Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, gather around, I've got a story to tell. So, I did a video not so long ago, and it was about the debate with the Black Swan capitalist and Nuity, and Bellwether as well. Bellwether was more the participant than Nuity, in all fairness. And yeah, I covered it, I did a video on this. And, you know, in this video, I just basically gave my honest opinion. And that was that, you know, when it's all said and done, looking at the debate as a whole, for the kind of content that the Black Swan capitalists provide, Vandal didn't really put forward a strong argument for the kind of, you know, content and narratives that they push. And that was just my honest opinion. And if you look at the comment section of the video itself, a lot of people were saying that. And even in my comment section, like, there was people saying, yeah, Vandal was really weak in the debate. So it's pretty much common knowledge. It's not like I have an unpopular opinion with that. But listen, we actually had a message here from Versan Aljara, who is the other half of Black Swan Capitalist. So it's Versan and Vandal. And I'm going to cover this because, you know, I feel that this is his chance to say whatever he thinks. And I've also responded back to him. And I also want to make it clear, because I said it in this comment, Versan, I welcome you to a debate. I just want to make that completely clear. If you want to have a debate about this, then I'm more than open for it, because I can back my talk. It's just that simple. I've debated with many people in my comment section. I've debated with friends. I've debated on my videos with other influencers. I'm more than happy to back up my points. And that's what I've noticed a lot of other influencers won't or can't do. So the invitation is there, and I just want to make this clear, like, this isn't like me being hostile. It's not me trying to come across as disrespectful. It's just, I think this is the best way that we can try and learn as well, right? Because look, I'll say this, if Versan was to put something to me that would make me think differently, then I'll accept that. However, no one at this point has led me down that path. And as I said with the video with Bellwether and Nuity, debating with Black Swan Capitalists, there was nothing that Black Swan Capitalists made me think of anything different in terms of the kind of content they push about XRP. There was nothing in there. So to me, I don't think there's much that's going to change my mind. But let's go through what Versan actually said to me, and then I'll tell you what I said. And I'm just going to break down some of the points that he said in regards to what I think. So Versan said to me, "Hey there, Versan here from Black Swan Capitalist. Just wanted to touch on a couple of things about your video. First off, it looks like there was a big mix-up with the thumbnail, LOL. That's a picture of me, but my brother was the one in the interview. Might want to double check your facts next time." Ooh, spicy. I'll get to that in a second, but I want to carry on with the rest of the comment. So, as for the content, my brother did a fantastic job. Nothing really got, quote, exposed, unquote. Honestly, the guy he spoke with came off as rude and petty with a very unusual and pretty backward view of the world. It would also seem like you're focused more on the nuances of uninformed people like Bellwether without accurate or factual data nor substance with the direction the world is going, which makes the title feel a bit shallow. I was also disappointed that my brother even considered to participate without checking in with me first. We usually stick to conversations with real experts and informed people who bring real value. Our connections with folks like Robert Kiyosaki and others come from years of sharing solid research and documents. Just a piece of advice. It's easy to get caught up in the BS, but real success in investing is all about seeing the bigger picture and timing. I hope this act of kindness helps guide you in a more constructive direction. Okay, cool. So I'm going to tell you my response, what I said, and then I'm going to break down his comment on what I think about it, okay? So let's get to my response. "Hey Versan, thanks for the comment. Well, if there was a mix-up with the thumbnail, I apologize, but I suggest you contact Google as they were the source of the image and it specifically had Vandal's name on it. I went with what I thought was an accurate source, so you would have to take that up with them. I have no disagreement about Bellwether's attitude and behaviour. However, facts are facts, and your brother didn't really present enough of them to counter him or back up any of the claims that Black Swan Capitalist content provides. I've noticed you've not actually countered one single thing Bellwether said. Would you care to provide your facts and data to prove any of his points wrong? Calling people uninformed because they don't agree with your views is dismissive, especially when, like your brother, providing no actual facts or data to back up what you're saying. It's not a strong enough argument to say he just doesn't get it. Prove it. I have no horse in this race. I watched the video and called it how I saw it. look on the comments of the video. It speaks for itself. It sounds like you're more angry that you guys got caught out, to be honest. Even now, it seems like you're lashing out because this is being highlighted. If you and your brother's beliefs are solid enough, then that debate should not have been a challenge at all. With all due respect, neither you, me, or anyone on YouTube are XRP, quote, experts, unquote, and I think it's disingenuous to present yourself as such. Anyone can start a YouTube channel. We are not special. I think you name-dropping celebrities to make yourself sound prestigious comes across as a bit tacky. Let your content speak for itself. I'm more than happy to have a debate. I've got my facts and data ready if you've got yours. I genuinely hope this hasn't come across as hostile or me being an a-hole, as that isn't the intent. But I think that video shows that we've got to call out individuals who push content but can't back up their work. All I'm giving is an honest opinion. All the best for you in your future endeavours. Okay, so that was my response to Black Swan Capitalist. And look, I do mean this when I say this. I'm really not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just someone who's got to be honest. And the whole reason why I started this channel is because there is a lot of content creators out here who just push nonsense. And I'm the one trying to push back on this because I don't agree with it. It's that simple. And so it's a thing where it might come across like I'm being funny. I'm really not. I'm just being honest. And I'm someone who's willing to stand for what I believe in. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back to Versan's comment and I just want to break some of this down because, you know, there's just a few things in this that I just really don't agree with that I just want to expand on. So, okay, first and foremost, in regards to the thumbnail, as I say, I literally went on Google and I put in, you know, Vandal Black Swan Capitalist. The image came up that I used, but it had Vandal's name on it. So this isn't a thing where I was just being lazy. I've literally put in his name. And that's what's come up. Even in the video, if you listen to the video that I did in the debate, I'm always calling him Vandal. I never got him mixed up with Versan at all. So this was just, you know, me taking what I thought was an accurate source and an image with him, with Vandal's name on it. So I'll be honest with you, that's not really my fault. I've just gone with what I thought was the right thing. And even Vandal says in the video, like a lot of people get me and my brother mixed up. So clearly that's just what's happened on Google with whoever created the image. So that's just one of them things. Now, in terms of the content, he's saying, okay, you know, his brother did a fantastic job. I mean, to me, it's like, define what you mean a fantastic job. Like, he presented himself well, you know, I think that's fine. The way he came across, he was very professional. He was very polite, absolutely. But when you say a fantastic job in terms of like putting across what your guys' views are, I think he did a terrible job in that regard. That's just me being honest. Like, he didn't do anything to defend what type of content you guys put out whatsoever. There was no pushback. I mean, a lot of the things he was doing, he was agreeing with Bellwether. Like, he wasn't really fighting against Bellwether in terms of any counter arguments, you know? So for me, like, I wouldn't really say he did a fantastic job, you know? I'd say he came off well, but, you know, in terms of like his actual arguments, they was very weak, to be honest. Now, obviously he's saying about how Bellwether came off as rude and petty. Now, look, I've said before, as I said in my comment, I've got no disagreement in regards to Bellwether's attitude and behaviour. I don't think he composed himself in the best way at all. And I even said in my video in the debate, and this is why I don't think Versan even watched the whole video, because there was times where I disagreed with Bellwether as well. It's not like I was just saying, oh, Bellwether's right the whole time. Those things where I was like, yeah, I don't agree with Bellwether here either. And I even said, like, I've put myself down to debate Noety and Bellwether. Like, I put myself forward to those guys, but those guys haven't got back to me. So it's not like I'm just completely agreeing with Bellwether, but the point is, when Bellwether was coming to the debate, he was coming with his points and he was saying, well, what do you say to this? What do you say to this? And he had solid arguments with data to prove what he was saying. And Vandal couldn't really counter them. He was just saying, well, you never know. Like, you know, Ripple have got these NDAs and it's a known thing that, you know, companies don't always tell you what's going on. It's like, well, is that your whole thing then? On a what if? Like, your whole argument is you don't know, it could be happening. That's weak. I'm sorry, but that's just weak. It's not a good argument whatsoever. That's not strong enough to say, yes, XRP is going to hit $10,000 just because you guys think it's going to happen because they could be hiding stuff from us. That's just not strong enough whatsoever. And so now he's gone into, you know, saying that he has an unusual backward view of the world. To me, this is Versan basically trying to deflect, right? He's just, this is the thing that you get with influencers when they can't really back up their arguments. they will say, oh, you're just backwards, you're not with the times. And it's like, prove it. Stop saying these things about being, you don't get it, or you've got a backward view of the world. Prove it. You can't just say these things and think people are going to accept that as a valid argument. Not people of intellect anyway. Yes, you might be able to, you might be able to get to the sheep and they'll just accept whatever you say and lap it up because those are, those are like followers. But people who do their research and things like that, and people who can actually have a debate, you're not going to pull the wool over their eyes by just using cheap tactics. That's just not going to work. He's saying that Bellwether's uninformed. I'm not being funny, but if we look at that debate and watch it, if anyone come across as uninformed, it was Vandal. Because Vandal didn't provide anything to prove anything that he was saying and what you guys put content out as. You talk about elites and things like that, and this whole thing is just based on Ripple have got NDA, so they might be doing this behind the scenes and we don't know. Okay. That's your whole argument as to why XRP can hit $10,000. When Bellwether's actually giving you actual reasons and data as to why he doesn't think this will happen. And then he's calling Bellwether uninformed. And it's only because he doesn't agree with what Versan and Vandal put out. It's only because it's against what they believe. He's not uninformed at all. In all honesty, he came across as more informed to me than Black Swan Capitalist. That's just my honest opinion. So, saying things like this is what people do when they don't have a strong enough argument to actually provide any real debate, right? They just say, oh, you've got no idea about data. He's provided data. Bellwether provided facts and data. In that debate, and this is me as a third party, I don't know Bellwether, I don't know Black Swan Capitalist, I don't know Noity, I don't know any of these guys, right? But me watching it, if anyone came with informed opinions and information and data, it was Bellwether. It was. Black Swan Capitalist did not come with facts. They didn't. They just came with opinions and maybes and what ifs. That's basically what it was. Okay? So when he's here saying things like this, you can just tell that he hasn't got an argument. And this is why I'm saying, don't just say things like this, like easy deflection points. Prove it. Tell me why Bellwether was wrong. Go to one of his arguments and say, well, this is wrong because of this, and this is what data backs this up why he's wrong. Prove it. Because I was willing to have the debate with Noity and Bellwether to prove it on my end. I'm more than willing to prove why I don't think, for example, Bellwether is right in saying that XRP won't hit a new all-time high. I can have that argument. So, this is what I mean. You've got to be able to have this. You can't just say, oh, he just doesn't get it, or he's got a backward view of the world. That's just an opinion. That's just an opinion. You've got to have facts to be able to debate this kind of stuff. And this is the thing of what comes with some of these influencers. When it comes to them having debates, this is where they fall short. And this is why I said I think this is a good thing. Because even in this comment, I'll be honest with you, you can tell this is an emotionally charged comment. He just doesn't like that this video has come out. He doesn't like that this has all happened. And you can just tell he's being very passive aggressive in this message, which is fine. I've actually got, even though you might listen to this and think, I'm just passionate. It's not that I'm angry or anything like that. I'm just passionate and I'm down to have a debate. It can be civil. It hasn't got to be a thing where we're interrupting each other. We can have a cool debate. I've got nothing against these guys. I just don't believe in the content that they put out. And when they had this debate, I just felt like Vandal fell short. That's it. That's all there is to it. So, let's carry on a bit. He then put, I was also disappointed that my brother even considered to participate without checking in with me first. With all due respect, Versan, Vandal is not your son, yeah? You're not his dad. He's a grown man. He can make his own decisions. He shouldn't have to check in with you. I don't know why you're saying that. Well, I do know why you're saying that. You're saying that because you knew that this was a bad idea. You knew full well that this was a bad idea because you guys can't back up the claims that you make. That's just what it is. Let's just call a spade a spade. So you knew him participating in this was never going to be a good look. And that's just what happened. We usually stick to conversations with real experts and informed people who bring real value. What he's really trying to say there is we usually stick to people who agree with our narratives. He even says we have conversations. Yeah, that you have conversations because you can't have debates because that's where you fall short. That's where you can't stand up in this situation, right? You can have conversations where people agree with you and you're both just singing the same tune. But as soon as people come with you with actual debates to counter your argument or your theories, you can't back it up. Right? And again, I said this in my comment, but when he says experts, like, this is the thing with some of these influencers, man. It's like this YouTube stuff has really got to their head. You're not an expert. I'm sorry, Versan, you're not an expert. Vandal, you're not an expert. I'm not an expert. These people putting themselves down and trying to call themselves experts, I just think it's so bogus, and I just really think it's disingenuous, because you're trying to make yourself out to be something that you're not. And this is why you guys get these kind of views that you get, because you try to portray yourselves as these kind of like messiahs of something. And I don't agree with it. I'll be honest with you. I really don't agree with that. We're not experts. We're people who've done our research and we're putting out content. We're sharing our content with the world. At the end of the day, when I got into this, I did my research and then I wanted to share it with other people. It really is that simple. And so, you know, when I see him saying things like this, like experts and stuff like that, it's like, man, you've got to come off that pedestal, man. Like, you're just a normal person like me. You're just a normal person like everyone else. You're no one special. Me neither. We're not special. And I look, and this is the thing for me. Like, I think when you came onto my video and put this out, like, I think you think because you've got so many subscribers that, you know, I'm going to be, I don't know, like starstruck or whatever. Like, you're just a normal human being to me. You're no different to me. I'm not in any way fazed about how big you are. I will debate you. I will debate you, Versan. I will debate you, Vandal. I will debate you both. I don't mind. Like, there's an open invitation, and this is me calling that out now. As I say, we can keep it respectful. I don't want this to be a slanging match, because I genuinely have got nothing against neither of you. I haven't got any kind of personal issue whatsoever. I'm literally just judging the content. That's it. So please don't take this as a personal attack. But in terms of the content that you put out, I don't agree with it. It's just that simple. And so I'm happy to have this debate. And so the other thing is just in regards to, like, you know, him talking about Robert Kiyosaki. And this is the other thing, like, you're like trying to put in this name drop to make yourself sound like bigger than you are. Man, not to be like disrespectful, but I don't care who you know. Like, I really don't. At the end of the day, if you do know him at all, but even if you do, like, I'm not bothered, because it's not about who you know. It's what content you put out and whether I agree with the content. And the truth is, I believe that when it comes to a debate, you can't back up your content. It's just that simple. And so, look, I put this comment out. Versan hasn't replied to me. And to be honest with you, I'm not surprised, because, again, what's going to happen? Just like the Noity debate, I just think they're going to fall short. I think he knows not to reply to me because he knows he's not going to win that debate. And that's the problem. And the reason why I've done this video is because I'm trying to make this more exposed, in all honesty, because I've been doing this channel for a while now. I've been speaking about some influencers who I don't think they have full solid beliefs in what they push. And I think this is an example of that. I really do. And as I say, Black Swan Capitalist, Versan, Vandal, both whatever, I'm happy to have the debate. And I say that with all respect. Like, this isn't me being funny, but if we want to have the debate, we can. So, you know, this isn't me trying to be funny. If you want to prove me wrong, prove me wrong. The invitation is right there. I'm willing to do it. So if you do want to have the debate, please get in contact with me. Like, drop a comment on this video, or you can get at me on Twitter, whatever. Like, you know, whatever's fine. I'm sure you will see this because you saw my previous video. So I'm confident you will see this video too. But contact me, you know. But I think at the end of the day, this comment to me came across as a bit entitled. Like, it came across a bit of like, okay, you're not worshipping the ground I walk on, and we don't like that. So we're gonna do a passive aggressive comment to make out like, you know, we're trying to help you, but really you're just trying to make digs on my content. I can back my talk. Can you back yours? Because in the previous debate you didn't, and I would be willing to have another debate as well. So look, I'll leave it there. But first and foremost, I think, you know, let's have a bit of humility, a bit of humbleness here, because at the end of the day, me, you, Vandal, everyone, us influencers as they want to call us, whatever, we're just normal people at the end of the day. We're no one special. We're not experts or anything like that. It doesn't matter who you know. That doesn't change anything. It's about what you put out. It's about what you actually put out, the content. That's what I'm concerned about. I don't care who you know. That's not going to make any difference to me. And you need to just stop deflecting when people don't agree with you and saying it's people who have backward views and things like that. Like, that's not going to work here. Like, you've got to provide some actual counter arguments. You can't just say he doesn't get it or he doesn't have any substance when I can literally see he provided substance and data, where in fact it was actually Vandal who did the opposite, who didn't provide facts and data, whereas Bellwether did. Like, you're not going to pull the wool over my eyes with just saying those words. They mean nothing if you've got nothing to back it up. So, you know, let's have an actual civil discourse if that's something that you're up for. I doubt you will, but that's fine. But I'm just letting you know I'm willing to have the conversation if you are. And as I say, there's no hard feelings here. I just make it clear again, I've got no personal issue with you. Nothing at all. But in terms of this content, I'm here to battle against this kind of content. Because as you can see, when it comes to them being debated on it, they fall short, and I think it's misleading to people. That's just my personal opinion. So yes, I am going to fight against this, and I am going to give my opinions on this, because at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the people. I'm here for the people. So at the end of the day, my content is about trying to help them. And that's why I don't just push forward narratives I don't believe. It's simple as that. So I'll leave it there. But as I say, the invitation's there. Versan, if you want to have the debate, Vandal as well, I don't mind. Either way, we can figure it out, but get in contact with me if you're interested, okay? I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Take care.